now is actually a pretty good time to be a compliance officer, which many would be skeptical about because of the enforcement environment we've been discussing. But in terms of the tools that are accessible to them,
Right.
actually a compliance officer to be heard by a board, and you'll know this yourself, needs to be addressing what's best for the business, because ultimately that's the responsibility of the board. And there are tools at the disposal of compliance officers that look both at how to build business efficiencies, that also monitor what fraud, corruption risks are ongoing in the business. And so we're intervening with companies that, for example, we've been working on a case with a client that thought they had a very isolated fraud issue. It turns out that when we went in, we realized that it was much broader than that. There was a scale to it, and we applied data analytics and found that actually where the company thought they had problem X, it was problem Y.
Right.
They had estimated the losses as a result of this far lower than they actually were. And so while we've always known that corruption is costly, they were totally miscalculating the real costs of the corruption. And the analytics meant that both the compliance officer could focus in on where the real problems were, close those down, get those revenue streams back up and running, and obviously the board is happy with that because it creates efficiencies within the business. But it doesn't stop there. There are companies that we're working with to develop tools also based on analyzing big data within the company that enables them to better select their suppliers, both on commercial terms, but also including input about their integrity profile. And that's all built into one tool, and so it's usable by commercial and compliance, which I think is a really unifying thing. If you're all using the same tool, you're all speaking the same language.
Right. So it's technology is the game changer for compliance in that regard.